Donald Trump presents a unique opportunity to conservatives to shape the Supreme Court for generations to come. And yet that opportunity will be worth absolutely nothing if in the next few weeks the Senate does not decide to eliminate the filibuster. This is the most crucial early decision of the Trump presidency. Next to it, all of his appointments, even those of positions like Secretary of State, pale by comparison in importance. If Donald Trump can select the man or woman he wants for the Supreme Court, nominate them and get them confirmed by a simple majority, which is to say a unanimous Republican vote, then he can appoint anyone he wants. He can appoint someone who genuinely will change the course of the Supreme Court on all of the issues that are so important to all of us. On the other hand, if he needs 8 Democrats to go along with each choice of his, supplementing the 52 Republican votes in the Senate, so that he gets to the level of 60 now required to shut off a filibuster over Supreme Court nominations, we'll never get what we want. He'll have to dicker and bargain and trade off. He'll have to propose some judges, and the Democrats will say, no, he's way too conservative, we'll only accept these, and we won't accept these, and it'll be as if we never won the election in the first place. And yet this decision is now being made in Washington with almost no pressure from any of the conservative groups that have worked their entire lives to achieve a Supreme Court that would recognize the Second Amendment, that would revisit the issue of Roe v. Wade, or that would tackle any of the fundamental issues like photo ID and environmental legislation that regulates our economy, labor reforms that could distort American business, that are sitting right there in front of the Supreme Court. And they're not addressing that issue. You have lots of Republican senators like Thune from South Dakota and Lindsey Graham from South Carolina and Lamar Alexander from Tennessee, who are openly saying that they will not support eliminating the filibuster. They claim that the reason is that they worry what will happen if we ever go into the minority. But the point is that minority or majority in the Senate will still control the House until 2020 because of reapportionment, most likely, and probably because we dominate the state legislatures and the governorships. Republicans will be able to control the House through 2030. And we've got the presidency until 2020 and a reasonable chance at 4 more years. So what do you need a filibuster for in the Senate? The only reason they want to protect the filibuster is because they, as individual senators, would lose their leverage for committee assignments, for perks, for money, for staffing, for all of that stuff, if they're reduced to helplessness by eliminating the cloture rule if they ever fall into the minority. In fact, there are some Republicans who are benighted enough to want to give the Democrats back what they took away from the Republicans. The Democrats, as you'll recall, passed legislation eliminating the filibuster for judicial appointments below the Supreme Court and for executive branch appointments. And there are some benighted, crazy Republicans that say we opposed that measure then and we want to repeal it now and give the Democrats back the ability to stop and filibuster even those nominations. This is total insanity. So if you are committed on any of these issues and they really matter to you, for God's sakes, be in touch with your Republican senators. Not the Democrats, they're gone, but the Republican senators. And make clear to them that you want the filibuster rule to be repealed so that nobody can filibuster and that a Supreme Court appointment, or for that matter, any legislation, can pass with a simple majority vote. This is absolutely critical, and nobody is really recognizing it. Thanks for watching.